sprite. So we have 3 racers starting in the sanctuary. We find a bottle, so Sick Kid is already open.
And in Link's house, we had a piece of heart. We'll see if anybody decides to Houlihan. Looks like a couple players are gonna Houlihan start, which is real smart in Keysanity because less money in the pool to find, so those 225 rupees to start are incredibly useful.
I actually like both plays and play here. The uncle is a really quick check, and you can also check the triple,
Yep.
which can be bombs, and if it's bombs, that's the best triple you can get early on.
Yeah. The level 1 triple in this case was just 5 rupees, so we managed to get 3 of those from there. And 20 rupees from the chest near the uncle.
Just not enough to buy bombs in the shop.
Nope.
Well, there's a lot of locations to check in CAC, so I'm sure he's gonna be able to get the money for bombs.
Oh yeah, there's still plenty of time to get the money for it.
Oh, and Reg is already gonna buy bombs in the shop by Lake Alia.
Not a bad plan.
I don't think he checked what item was on the island.
I don't believe so.
Okay, and Kyong got the bombs that can spawn in the bush here.
Okay.
Looks like the crab is only green rupees today.
He's gonna do race game. He got 2 bombs, so he can use one here and then farm bombs up in the house in the bomb left of Kakariko. So
okay. Sadly, the seed will be butterless. There's a sword in Lumberjack, and you need 2 swords to get there.
Yeah. So use a bomb to get 50 rupees from the race game. That's probably not the best thing to find there, but that's okay.
By the way, I missed the check on Sasrala, but I did see that Blue Mail was in the back of Sasrala.
Swamp Palace is green pendant today.
Oh, and we find the hammer in Lost Woods.
That's real nice to have. That's a lot of damage early.
That's a really good weapon, yeah.
Yep, if you can't find a sword, hammer's just as good.
Oh, here's a castle tower key.
So...
Interesting play by Reg to go straight to Eastern.
Yeah, without going to Kakariko. That's... So, map for Hera from Sick Kid, so that'll tell us whether or not Hera's crystal or pendant.
Yeah, they can check that straight away if they wish.
Yep. Might not get a check until at least the Kakariko's check is done, just in case you get any other Light World maps. No sense doing a second check.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what's in the well in Blind's house now. Everyone's been putting this off. Starting from the south. Oh, and Moonpearl at the vendor.
Alright, that opens up fake flippering and getting to a waterfall if people so decide. Hook
and
shot.
We find the hook shot. Oh, so that's interesting. Reg is going for the dark room. He doesn't have a single weapon. We find a shield in the well.
Shield and hookshot, good combination.
Yeah, I'm really wondering if Reg can pull that off. Without a sword or anything to help you get your position. That's a rough play, I'd say.
Yeah. Looking good so far.
Yeah, he has the key. Went back in the first room.
Small key for Meyer and Blind's Hut.
And the power glove.
Small key to Thieves Town. With Hammer early, that's pretty good if they can find a big key now.
Okay, now I'm impressed. Reg managed to do the room and finds a small key to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do with no equipment.
At least the blue mail helped.
Yeah. Just the
Okay,
downside of it is there's just so much equipment in Kakariko and the Lost Woods that he was probably better off going there first, but gotta respect the gamble there.
And with what we know, we might see early plays on that mountain. With the gloves and the hookshot, there's a bunch of that open already.
Yeah.
Heck, even with the hammer, you can go in Tower of Error.
Yeah, if you want to check the first basement and the chest on the main floor, you could.
Now, the only thing that makes this play a sequence break is the lack of the lamp.
Mm-hmm. With that early tower key, I'll wonder how many people would be willing to check first two chests there too. Because the first one you don't need any keys for, the second one you need a key, and technically also lamp, because it's in the dark. But,
And these two tried to do the hookshot strat in the dam, but failed.
The timing on that can be a little bit tricky.
Now, for the Ganon Tower play, you need to have two swords or one sword and, well, the cape actually. Don't need a sword to finish. You need a sword to finish, but not to enter.
Yeah, not to check the two chests. You would need cape or two swords to get in, yeah. Big key in the flooded part, and it is Desert Palace. So, no access to desert yet, but once they do, they, as long as they find the lamp or fire rod by then, they'd be able to finish it.
And it looks like the back of escape was just junk. Interesting to try to use bombs in Hold On Cave. Duckshot is way better.
Yeah, I think tstew didn't realize that they had the hook shot for a moment there through the first bomb.
Oh, and Synack also missed the hookshot trick.
Three compasses!
Lots of compasses.
3 compasses and 320 rupees in Mini Moldorm Cave tonight. Just in case you wanted to know how many items were in the dungeons.
Yeah, I guess the players won't need their trackers.
I mean, they're hoping that they don't have to open any chests going up Ganon's tower. You know, still on the hunt for that big key. So they're hoping that number will just stay at 0. But we'll see when we get there.
Okay, and Kyong is checking Agina, while tstew and Synack are both checking the southeast area of Hyrule. They can actually check the Dark World with Glove, Hammer, and Moonpearl.
Yeah. Ice Rod Cave has another key to T-Rock, so that's the second one we've seen tonight.
Yeah, when they have access to Turtle Rock, with those 2 keys they can go all the way to Mimic Cave.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you go into T-Rock with 3 keys, you can technically finish a dungeon. If you skip the vanilla big key location, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but I have seen a lot of stuff at that location. So it is a bigger risk than it sounds.
Okay, so I saw Reg check the map and there's a crystal on Tower of Hera.
Alright. Just a regular one?
Yeah, just a white crystal.
Okay. So tstew first into Hype Cave. See what we got.
Fire
Rod. Another compass.
Yeah,
His
so
part.
you need a sword to do Skullwoods, but that's about it. And we find the myths. So Hype Cave is hype today.
Yeah, that's definitely worth it. Fire Rod and Titan Smiths. No,
You
that
know what
is...
this unlocks? Hammer pegs.
Yeah. So 5-6 crystals, Skull Woods, and Thieves Town. Interesting. Possibly see early Pyramid Fairy then.
Yeah, those are the 2 dungeons that barely requires anything.
Yeah, we need a sword for Skull Woods, and we need the big key for Thieves Town, and we can see what's in Pyramid Fairy then.
Thankfully they already have the hammer required to reach the pyramid.
Yep.
Okay, so Kyong is going to his turn. Synack and tstew both in the Dark World. Reg, I think he's gonna go Moldorm.
Get his triple compasses from there. Synack picking up his Titan Smiths and Fire Rod. See what tstew gets here at the dig game shortly.
It's a long dig. Gets a key to Hera. So now the basement is in the logic. Well, when they will have access to the mountain.
Yep. Looking for Lamp or Flute. Technically they can sequence break, but we'll see if anybody decides to do that.
I guess they would wait for a sword before the sequence break in the dark room.
Mm-hmm.
And Synack is going back of escape. Let's see what's in the bomb house. Just a map to Ice Palace. So that can be new information.
Yep.
It's a crystal.
Crystal 4.
Okay, so the main difference here for Kyong is that he can use the hookshot to get the second chest in Eastern way quicker.
Oh yeah, the hook shot here just makes this room so much faster. Don't have to go into the room, pick up a pot, hit the button, you just hook shot across and leave the way you came.
Oh, and Reg does have the money for Zora, so he's gonna go for the fake flipper strat. I approve of this play.
Yeah, if you have the money, and you can fake flipper, why not? So first chest at Thieves Town, blue boomerang. Second chest was an arrow upgrade. Synack entering the Dark World. We'll see if he decides to go to Thieves Town, check the first 4 chests, or go to Skull Woods. With the mitts, it's not as hard to get back to Skull Woods, though. So the Village of Outcasts plus Thieves Town play is pretty decent here.
Oh, and we find the big key of Hera. So now tstew is definitely gonna think about that play.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff you can check on Death Mountain, even if you would have to do it without the lamp.
With the small key, the big key, hammer, hookshot, I would definitely go there. You can full clear Hera already with the sequence break.
tstew opting to Death Warp, but had a fairy from the bottle they picked up at the vanilla mushroom location. So had to do it again.
He just got denied.
Still probably faster than actually walking around there, though. Wow.
He's bad. He's bad. After all this, he finds the big key right next in the C-shaped house.
And that is why you check the 3 overworld location in Village of Outcasts before you go into Thieves Town.
Okay, and we found a small key of Skullwoods and Waterfall.
Alright.
Oh, and the King of Pirna is on the Zora ledge. Oh, and Synack is opting to go in Skullwoods first.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be the first check for the castle. Oh, and we got ripped at Zora.
Just some expensive life lessons. First chest in Skullwoods, just 10 arrows.
Yeah, they might not find progression for a while. They have access to a lot of places.
Yeah.
The early hammer and gloves unlocks a lot.
Yeah, that just means you could be sent anywhere to get your next piece of progression. Synack taking hits from the Gyptos but has a fairy, so he'll do a fairy revive there.
Oh, this too is low on bombs.
Yep, luckily there's 2 in that under the pots in this room you could grab.
Oh, and Itoka that doesn't have another fairy.
Starts back at the start of the dungeon, which it's a bit of a waste of time, but it's not too bad there.
Well, it did bomb the floor, and I think that stays open.
Yeah, the floor stays open once it's bombed, so he doesn't have to do that again.
Oh, and Kyong is setting up the warp. I think he forgot he has a fairy. Or did he miss it already? Yeah, let's see that denial. Oh no, he lost the fairy.
He might have let it go at a previous point.
Yeah, when you know you're gonna set up at that warp, it's better to let go of your fairies. There was a small key of Dark Palace in the jail, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, this room can be tricky, but with dog shot should be rather easy.
tstew making his way to Blind Cell. We'll see what's up here. Lamp!
Oh, the lamp!
Okay, so that opens Death Mountain, and I would heavily consider going there next if I were tstew.
Yeah, the breadcrumbs point that way. Already on Riot Shield.
Mirror Shield 19.5 minutes in, and no swords yet.
This is familiar for me.
Oof, I do not envy having to do blind with the hammer at 5 hearts total.
Yeah, it's a bit scary. But it's doable, so let's hope he can do it. Synack is checking hammer pegs, finds a hard container. That's gonna help.
Yeah, I would definitely take that at this point. Three hits there on blind. I thought he had 3 before, but I guess he swung it a bit too early.
So I think Synack forgot one play he could have done. The boss area in Skullwoods is accessible with Fire Rod.
Yeah, you can check that one chest in the start of it.
And I've seen too many times a sword there. Thankfully for tstew, since he died on blind, the boss will not despawn no matter what he does, so when he comes back he can go straight for the boss.
Yep. Takes a death to one of those ghosts going up to Skull Woods. Maybe he'll decide to go check Death Mountain with all the stuff he has here, though.
We know he will not find anything in Skullwoods, so I'd rather hope he does this play.
Yeah.
Go up the mountain.
The only thing that would be on my mind is that Skullwoods and Thieves Town are the red crystals, so I'd be thinking, hey, maybe there's something important at Pyramid Fairy that I need early. But without a sword,
Yeah, and Synack is doing the frog tour.
Yep, gotta do it the long way because no mirror yet.
Yeah, thankfully you can save and quit and still keep the smith with you.
Yep. Keep the smith and you keep the purple chest.
Oh, flippers were in the back of Skullwoods. I believe I saw Synack go there before. Did he skip opening the chest?
I know I saw them take a death. I'm not sure if they ever got back to that chest or not.
Oh, he did skip it.
Oof.
And we see a DM play on tstew.
So,
Just a red rupee on bumper.
yeah, probably won't be getting that at any point. For the gratitude of saving him from that dark, scary cave, the old man presents you with a single green rupee.
That's all he had left. So now he's penniless.
More importantly, you get the save and quit point and heal going up the mountain if you decide to stop in and say hello. So, still worth it. But that single green rupee, you don't have anything else really. So, compass on top of Spectacle Rock. We'll see what's in the cave. It is 50 rupees.
I believe he's gonna skip that.
More than likely.
He's equipping the shot. He's gonna go east that mountain.
Yep, gotta take the long way around because we don't know where the mirror is yet. Wouldn't be terribly surprised to see it real soon, but don't know.
Yeah, we now enter Paradox Cave. We have 7 chests here. Let's hope one of them has what you need.
I would much rather take a sword over mirror at this point, though.
We find a map for Turtle Rock, a small key to Ganon's tower.
So first small key to GT. That's all you need is one anymore, and they're kind of worthless.
Meanwhile, everyone else is in Thieves Town. Hey, there's your mirror.
There it is.
Small
Yeah.
key to desert.
But that's small key and big key for desert, so once they can access it, that's
What are those? A small key to Skull Woods and a small key to the Pass of Darkness. So yeah, that was hype.
yeah, Paradox Cave stacked tonight. Setting up for the bomb jump. See if he gets it. And gets it fine. So yeah, if tstew finds flute anytime soon, I'd be thinking desert, honestly.
Just another compass on the floating island. No, I think tstew is way ahead of everyone with those. But yeah, the seed points them towards Tower of Hera, so I wouldn't be surprised everyone did that play.
Reg taking down Blind with the hammer, getting the bugnet verse troubles, and our first crystal of the night.
Yeah, that's a red crystal, so that's good for him.
I'm a little surprised tstew didn't look and see what T-Rock was, medallion-wise. He may have forgotten that he had the mirror and he'd be able to, like, get out of the Dark World. Second, Castle Tower key.
Oh, we're just missing a sword and entry. And we can do like an M. Get that second sword.
Yeah. Honestly, you find a cape and your fighter sword somewhere, I would actually consider the Yaga 1 play. Just to get the second sword.
Nah, that's a really... How can I say this? That's a risky play, I'd say. Takes a long time to climb up that tower and chances you find another sword in the sea.
I mean, it would be part of the gamble of thinking that there might be something in those two chests as well. So it's more checking 3 locations, so we'll see.
Okay, Hera basement was just junk.
Yep, just a big 20.
Now with hookshot and the boots you can do Hera rather quickly.
Yep, don't even have to worry about the bomb jump, can just hookshot over to the big chest and bonk your way back.
Meanwhile Reg is doing the DM play as well. It did beat Thieves Town, so that's something he doesn't need to go back for.
Yep. Kyong also doing hammer blind strats.
Not getting hit, that's good for him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that blue mail helps them.
Blue mail and the mirror shield, yeah. So Kyong gets through blind, gets his first red crystal. Synack working his way up to the blind fight. tstew is going through Hera.
Yeah, he's gotta be careful, he died going up. He's ahead, but if he keeps dying, he's gonna lose this race.
Yep, gotta be a little bit careful going up here.
Interesting, Kyong is going back. I believe he's gonna go for the frogs, maybe? Or maybe go for Pass of Darkness next? No, he's going for the dig first and then the frogs.
Yep. Oh, he never went to Hype Cave, did he? So he won't be able to get back to the frog. So he's gotta go do that first.
And Synack is also beating blind.
And we're on
These
to...
two, be very careful. Already on 1 heart. On more dorm. If you take the hole on the top there, you fall all the way down in a fairy room, and there's a warp that brings you back up. So if you really need health, you can do that.
Yep, or on the way up you hit the switch, because underneath all these pots on Stew's screen, there's hearts there as well. It looks like the stun prize is single heart tonight, so he's abusing that fact to restore some health with the hookshot hammer.
Okay, and Reg is checking Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Kyong being the last one to check the bomb shop and Hype Cave.
So T-Rock's medallion is Bamus tonight.
Okay, and what Moldorm has to offer us? A sword!
Man, that would have been useful for that fight.
Well, now Skullwoods is in play. The pyramid is in play. We find a big kin to Ganon's tower in the bunny cave. So that's pretty much required.
Oh yeah. So you get checks on Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave. Big 20 at the bottom of Hookshot.
Ether Medallion. And just a hard container. Kyong is checking the east side of Dark World. Let's see what's on Pyramid. Just a blue rupee.
Yep, $5, nothing big there.
Oh, and Synack took a death on the east side.
Luckily has that cave saving quit points, so a little bit of time lost, but not too bad.
Yeah, he's going straight back. Okay, tstew is gonna get that big key. The important one.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Kyong is checking Catfish.
No mirror, so I won't be able to do the Zora check as well, but...
Just a big 20. Save and quitting. He has a lot of cash already. I see over 1,000. Ooh, and check Reg. 1 heart. No sword.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was scary.
As a fairy, though, so at least he's brought back to full health here.
Oh, just a cash stack on the Aria Island. I think that's the first check of it.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you do next? I think Skullwoods is what's next.
Yeah, in T-Stew's case, go back to Village of Outcast, redo Thieves Town, and then Skullwoods.
Oh, he hasn't done the escape area.
It's also a good choice.
I don't think he's gonna find anything here, but
No.
might as well clear it out.
Yeah, a lot of people do like waiting till they have a sword. Some people would go in here with hammer, as we saw, but some people like the sword. That's their reminder to actually come back and check the castle. Plus, with the 2 tower keys, he can, if he wants to, be-dagon him and go get his master sword off the ledge.
He cannot. He needs to pass the barrier first.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. I see the 2 keys here. It's like, oh, he can do it! Oh, right, no he can't. Never mind.
Okay, so Kyong is checking Zora.
Get his expensive bomb upgrade, I believe it was. Yep.
Reg finding that sword. Get a few slash. Oh, and Kyung is getting that cane. Oh yeah, if you spawn 2 items in the same area, the second one changes to the first one, so that's why it was the bomb upgrade, but it transformed to the cane after he picked it up.
Yep. T-Stew death warping.
Now, did Kyung not get the boots? I forgot where it was.
Boots were in Paradox Cave. He hasn't been to Death Mountain yet.
Oh, okay, I see.
So he got his mitts out of Hype Cave, so not
Yeah,
that those are...
We haven't seen a check on Kingstone and Bunk Cave yet. I think it's best to check those after Skullwoods, because you can also check the graveyard ledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to route in a good time to check graveyard ledge. But with the current checks done and stuff, it wouldn't be a bad time to do it with the Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb.
Now, I don't think it would be a bad play to check those 3 areas before Skullwoods, if you want to get more safeties.
Yeah.
Looks like Craig is going right in. Yeah, I believe he's gonna go straight for Matula.
Yep, checking the couple chests here. Or the one, and moving on.
Yeah, he's gonna get his flippers soon. That's gonna make him happy.
Yep.
tstew checking the race again. I don't think he remembered what was there.
Yep, just 50 rupees.
Get a few bunks in the meantime. Gotta boost that bunk count.
Yep, gotta get some use of those boots out. So Kyong picking up his mirror and small key to desert. And his boots. Can't forget those.
Yeah, Reg getting the flippers, going to the bus area. Yeah, I'm convinced there's something in Fat Ferry. Those 2 dungeons were open way too early.
Oh yeah. I mean, it could also be a trick and just be, you know, 2 pieces of heart or something there, but there's a very strong case to be made to check it as soon as possible anyway.
I think anyone would take the bait.
Oh, yeah.
Finds a silver.
Okay, so not checking that one chest early on won't hurt too much as long as you remember to check it on your way to Multi-Alloy. You're pretty good.
At least you won't have to look for it the whole time.
Yep.
This is gonna make a few bosses really easy when you find the bow.
Yep. Silver Vitreous is gonna be a good time.
Opting to use Ether to kill the Gyptos.
It saves magic.
And health, if you don't want to risk getting hit by them.
Yep.
Okay, so I think he's gonna be able to get 7 shots in.
Yeah, it looks like 7 shots.
Not missing any.
Yeah, good fight so far.
Okay, and he's out of magic. Oh, nice fight.
Oh yeah, beautiful fight from Reg on that. Gets 5 rupees and his other 5/6 crystal.
So Pyramid Fairy is now in play. Now if that's Master Sword, that's gonna be brutal. Even worse if it's the cape.
Yeah, Cape has implications with it. So, tstew working into boss room for Skull Woods. He'll be fighting Mothula shortly. Got Kyong92 going up Hera, and Synack heading into Dark Death Mountain.
Okay, so tstew has skipped the key on his way here, so he's gonna have to kill the Gypto at the end. Oh, Synack is buying a potion in Dark Death Mountain.
With how much money's been handed out so far this seat, that's not a bad plan.
Okay, Bankrock is just an arrow upgrade. Kyong is gonna get his sword shortly.
Gets his 2nd crystal.
Yeah, last one to get a sword, but doesn't look mad.
Yep, handled dungeons well enough so far. He'll probably head to Skullwoods.
Another hero upgrade in Kingstone. Oh, tstew is opting for hammer on Motula. Gotta be careful not to hug. That's 2 damage per hit. Ooh, there's a death. Now that's gonna hurt if... Oh, there's a sword in the graveyard ledge. Do you go for the tempered in lumberjack or? I guess Pyramid Fairy is really tempting now.
I would check Pyramid Fairy first, see what my options are from there. But I'd heavily consider tempered.
Yeah, those two chests are now in play as well.
So we'll see what Pyramid Fairy's got for us today very shortly.
I just realized as well, Ice Palace is also in play.
Yeah.
You don't have the big key, but if you know the bomb jump, you can go all the way to the boss as well.
Yep. You can get 7 of 8 items from Ice Palace without the big key.
And amongst those 7, only the boss is not in the logic.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what's in the pyramid. This has to be something. A mail.
I mean, I would take the red mail gladly, but no progression whatsoever.
So it was a bait,
Yeah,
after all.
red herring for red mail. I mean, I still feel like that's bait most players would take.
And Synack finding that sword in Lumberjack. Now that he can reach it. Well, can almost reach it. Oh, there's the last sword in Spike Cave. So, I think Kyong might skip doing a Ganon entirely.
Yeah, as long as he gets to Lumberjack Ledge, which... The way the items were set up this seed, I feel like it's not as hard to check to me, though now he's checking Bonk Rock, so he may not get back to it.
Well, we found all 4 swords already. They are all in the logic right now.
Yep.
But they are all in a trolley location.
Yeah, there really wasn't a nice sword location here. Moldorm, Graveyard Ledge, Spike Cave, Lumberjack Ledge.
So everyone is on Master Sword right now.
Yeah, with silvers being as easily obtainable as they are, I really doubt anybody would go for the Aiga play to get golden sword.
Oh, and we see a map on Synack. Turtle Rock is a crystal. So we need that ice rod.
Ice rod, location of 2 more T-Rock keys, because we know where 2 of them are. And the big key. And Bamos. So a lot of pieces still left for that puzzle.
Still, not a lot of dungeon access.
Yeah. Yeah, right now it's looking like Ice Palace is the place to go. Maybe they'll find Ice Rod there.
But we are missing a lot of big keys right now.
Yep. Keysanity, either find a whole bunch of equipment early or you find a bunch of keys early. Either way, good luck finding what you need.
I feel finding keys early is what makes Keysanity seed fast.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what you find, it still kind of guides you in a certain direction, no matter what. But...
Okay, and Reg is in Aganim's tower. Let's see what he finds here. Let's see if he goes for the tempered sword as well. There's a map. A useless map.
Great map. I mean, if you're gonna put it anywhere, I guess that's a place to put it. In the castle
Yeah,
itself.
let's find the Ganon's tower map on the second chest. Just to add insult to injury.
Aga's not required answering a question in chat here, but there is a sword upgrade on Lumberjack Ledge.
Just cash. And he's not completing the dungeon.
Yep. Grabs the 2 chests and heads out. We'll see where he decides to go after this.
I think he's gonna go check Catfish. That looks like the logical play here.
Yeah, you're on this side of the world anyway, might as well.
Did he check? Doesn't have the blue cane, so yeah. He's gonna check Zora as well.
Yep, with the mirror, combining those 2 checks is pretty good.
Okay, and tstew is back in Thieves Town. He's gonna try to beat blind now. With 8 hearts, Master Sword, that should be easy. Well, Master Sword doesn't make a difference, but... No magic to use the Cane of Birna. That's also a good strategy on blind, if you want to avoid taking damage.
Yep, it's a little bit laggier, but...
Kyong is gonna get his tempered sword. He's the first one to know where all 4 swords are.
Yep. First player with tempered probably won't get golden.
Yeah, at this point you don't really need the upgrade. It's not worth taking the time for it.
tstew taking blind down. He did buy potions earlier while he was by the witch's hut, so... Used one of those, and used Cane of Birna strats for third phase of blind. Gets his first 5-6 crystal. We'll probably head to Skullwoods after this, but we'll see.
Oh, and Kyong is going back towards the village of Upcast. I think he wants to check the lunchbox. Or did he not do the smith?
He didn't have Titan Smiths when he was here the last time. So
Okay,
he couldn't do Smiths.
Yeah, and he can do all the sequence with mirror, so that's good for him.
Yep.
And would you look at that? Synack is doing the Yaga play. If he decides to check Spike Cave, he's gonna finish with Butter Sword.
Yeah. I mean, it's... In theory, it's not a, it's not the worst plan you could do. You know, you're guaranteeing yourself a tempered sword here. You know, we have the benefit of knowledge. We know that the last sword upgrade is only behind Spike Cave, so it's not that hard to get to. But he could be thinking, I really don't want to do Master Sword Ganon, so I might as well get this here.
Yeah, and Spike Cave is a play that a lot of people try to avoid. You usually wait for a safety item, a few potions, lot of hearts, and usually you save and quit out of it, so it's not something you can do while doing something else.
Yeah, it's
There's the book.
Alright, so that makes Desert an interesting play now. Especially while you're down there turning the Lunchbox, and you're right
desert,
there anyway.
desert is the play now. You have the big key and the small key. It's a full clear.
Yep, and boots to get whatever item is on the torch off. Yeah. Even not knowing if it's a pendant or crystal at this point, because we don't know if something important's on pedestal yet.
And you can also check both tablets.
Yep.
Well, there's a third key for Turtle Rock. So if they don't find that fourth key, we might see a skip on the middle chest there.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've seen something required there. Oh, there's the flute.
Flute on Bamos tablet, wow.
Yeah, I can understand that's even quit now.
Yeah, you...
Activate that flute, check Byron at the same time.
Yeah, and that means you can backdoor Desert. So you can skip the book cutscene, and once you get everything out of it, you can mirror out and get to the boss room easier. So yeah, definitely go activate it first.
And Kyong doing the opposite play, going from the front. Gotta go see our friend at Swag Duck.
It is free. And the bow in Desert.
Oh wow. This area is loaded. So what's left to find here? A bunch of big keys, the can of Samaria, ice rod, bombos, and maybe what's the medallion required for Meyer?
Looks like it was Ether.
Those fast check are too fast for me. Well, there's a small key.
Small key for T-Rock. There's all 4 of them. So we will not need to skip the vanilla big key location today, so no anxiety there.
Yeah, I hope there's something required there. Oh, there's the cane!
Oh, okay, Desert. Okay. Just put everything in this little corner of the world today.
That's gotta be cane!
So, all we need now is Bamos off of Landmo. And here's your T-Rock starter kit. Either Bamos or the big key to T-Rock. Well, I guess if we get Bamos here, the big key to T-Rock could still be in T-Rock.
Yeah, we're still missing all the big keys for the remaining dungeons. But yeah, Desert was definitely the play here.
Oh yeah.
Man, I see that Palace of Darkness is... There's a bunch actually in play right now. But with only 2 keys, I think some of them will put that off for now.
In Reg's case right now, assuming that was Ether to get into Meyer, you go into Ether. Or you go into Meyer with Ether.
Just a green rupee and a crystal. So we have 5 crystals, 6. We know where 6 of them are.
6, yeah. So either Meyer, Pod, or Eastern is the last one. What do you think? What's gonna be the last crystal?
I hope it's not Meyer.
Just Meyer is completely pointless to go into this seed.
I want Ice Palace to be the next play. Nice Lemola fight.
6 Fire Rod shots, it's all it takes.
Not even using the silver arrows, which technically could be faster.
Yep. Fire Rod, almost as good, but very, very good fight from Reg on that. So we got Synack in bottom left fighting Mothula with Fire Rod. Got Kyong going into the Dark World. And tstew is checking Pyramid Fairy. He'll get blue mail here, because he never picked up blue originally. So we got an Agna Cave check coming up here from Reg. Synack trying to think about where to go. Restarting back at his house. We'll see where he decides to go from here. tstew making play in Aghanim's Tower, getting the first chest, getting that map to Hyrule Castle. So Kyong getting Pyramid Fairy check. Got his red mail out there. Looks like he'll also be doing tower stuff. Reg finding small key for GT in Meyer Shed. And that is Ether to get into Meyer, so we're getting a Meyer check.
We might see a bird toss from one of the runners. I like that.
Lumberjack has a sword upgrade. Answering questions in chat. So Synack did get that upgrade, so if he checks Spike Cave at some point, he'll get his butter sword.
Also, it might take Synack a while before he finds the book.
Mm-hmm.
We find the map of Skullwoods. Nothing really useful right now.
Nope. All 4 of our players have already finished Skullwoods, and it was a 5-6 crystal, so they found out what it was quite earlier than this.
Reg already in Meyer. But there's a useless key.
Meyer not having anything too good so far.
Yeah, that's only 2 chests. Check. We have 8 locations here.
Looks like we're getting our Ice Palace play from Kyong.
It did not check what Meyer was. I can understand this play. We know that Ice Palace is a crystal.
Yep.
Might as well do that when we know it's required.
Yeah, we still don't know what Meyer is. Plus, without the big key, can't really do much here.
Oh,
Small-
there's the small key to swamp. We can go get that green pendant now.
Alright. Yep, without that key, you can check ace. Wow, okay.
The first chest in ice is the big key to Ice Palace.
Hey. Thanks, game. Well, that's all item locations that can be checked in ice now.
Yeah, Ice is fully in the logic now. Synack is going Palace of Darkness. Or... Wait, he did not check... Yeah, he did not check Saraswara, so... He's gonna do that first.
I believe tstew did mirror to go into Eastern here, so he should probably be checking pod after this as well.
So I was right, Ice was the play. With the big keys fully in the logic.
Yeah, right now it's looking like ice is pretty good.
And Reg is putting that off right now. He's gonna go check Heater. And maybe Spike Cave.
He checks Spike Cave, that's Butter Sword.
Tempered.
Alright. Tempered, right. It's Synack. That would get Butter.
Looks like Synack is the only one that can get Butter at this rate.
Yeah, nobody else wanted to go to Ganon. Keysanity, it just messes with your mind. What's
So
on Ether today?
Here's a thought. Reg might go to Swamp next because he does not have the big key to Ice. And he has the small key of Swamp.
If there's... what could be in Swamp that would make that, like, the correct play then? Ice Rod, I guess? Vamos?
Well, there's 9 locations you can check, and there's also the green pendant that you can trade at Saraswara.
There's Tempered for Red.
So that could be an interesting play for him. Versus the 6 that are in the logic and ice for him.
Yeah. I mean, I love Green Pendant Swamp because nobody else checks it, and
oh, there's Bombos. There's the
Ooh.
access to Turtle Rock. Okay,
So-
Reg is getting pots, so he's looking for Ice Palace, I guess. And
Was
we
that
find a
a
vanilla,
vanilla small key. And another one.
Well, this one is always. But yeah, lots of vanilla and ice today.
No, I meant on tstew's screen in pod. He got a vanilla small key out of the turtle room.
I did miss that.
Yeah. Electing not to hammer Yump, so he'll need one more small key for pod.
If it's a crystal.
If
But
it's
there's the medallion we don't need.
and a heart container. So Synack getting his second small key to T-Rock. Reg getting his vanilla dungeon big key for ice.
Yeah. It's sad because we know that the bow is in desert and that's the next play for them.
Yeah.
And that would have helped in Pass of Darkness for those 2 other chests.
So Kyong electing to bombos the ice off of Cold Stare.
Yeah, save that magic.
Yep.
Nice fight.
Doesn't even need to bring out the Ice Rod. He gets the spin on Cold Stare into the corner and just slashes him down.
Oh! And Turtle Rock is full in the logic now. Finds the big key on the boss. And Bombos was in Ice Palace as well.
So there's your T-Rock starter kit right there.
If we are lucky, we might not see a check in any Pendant dungeon.
Yeah, at this point you go straight to T-Rock. Red Mail, Tempered, all the keys needed. You don't have to skip the one chest. You go to T-Rock.
Like, all we need right now is a big key to a crystal dungeon.
Yep.
And the ice rod.
Yeah, that Ice Rod is the only stickler here. Yeah, hopefully that Ice Rod isn't on pedestal or anything.
Oh, that would be really cruel.
So this is one time you're actually hoping that Ice Rod is on Laser Bridge.
Or in the vanilla big chest.
Yeah.
With 4 Turtle Rock keys, you can go check that place safely.
Yep, with 4 there, you have nothing to worry about.
Still, the pedestal is still in play, but for only 2 possible items.
So you got Synack setting up for Hammer Yump and Bomb left. Looks good. And he gets it. No big key, but that still saves him a small key later.
Well, it did not
Maybe.
have the small key to go there in the first place.
Yeah. So when he gets big key, if he wants to check that chest and he's still short a key, he'll have to do it again, but that's alright. Reg getting his small key for ice out of the big chest of ice.
Speaking of Palace of Darkness small key, there was one in Turtle Rock.
In the compass chest.
Yeah.
Alright. Putting that hookshot to good use in the roller room gets 11 arrows.
I just noticed we haven't found any fetch quest item.
Yep. We don't have the shovel, we don't have mushroom, we don't even have powder for magic bat.
Yeah,
No
if any
cape.
of them, I think powder is the most useful.
Oh, definitely. Like, that's the one thing I would be missing outside of Ice Rod right now in T-Rock if I were Kyong, would just be powder.
Oh, there's the Misery Mire big key. We might, and I say might, be one item from Go mode. Depends where that ice rod is, but if Mire is the crystal, that's all we need.
Yep. Right, using the crystal switch here to get rid of the bunny bean. Ooh,
Checking
red
that one chest.
bomb
Not
upgrade.
useful today.
So, because Synack beat Aghanim 1, he can use the teleport in front of the castle to get back to the Dark World. So, a little bit quicker to do this.
Rag finding his Turtle Rock big key. I believe he's gonna head up there next.
Yeah, unless he wants to check elsewhere for that ice rod. He doesn't want going there without it, but...
Yeah, tstew is gonna do the full dungeon as well, but the Turtle Rock big key does not unlock anything for him. Still needs the King of Samaria.
Synack throwing a bottle into the Pyramid Fairy Water gets a blue potion. So saves him a little bit of money.
That's a good price.
Oh yeah.
Remember that in Randomizer, if you throw a bottle at the fairy, you will get a random item, but that bottle content will always be the same on that fairy.
Right. Compass for Skullwoods and the big chest in T-Rock, nothing useful.
Oh, she's still opting to get fairies in Ice Palace. Putting that net for good use.
Not a bad plan there.
Okay, 4 more locations in Turtle Rock. Let's hope we find the ice rod. I believe all we found here is the big key to Meyer.
Yep, big key of Meyer, heart container if you really wanted it, in the crystal roller room, but just that big key for progression. At least with Mirror Shield, Laser Bridge isn't too bad.
Yeah, we found that an hour earlier. Finds the big key of Palace of Darkness. And the map. And the ice rod!
Wow! Last chest in T-Rock has the ice rod.
Okay, if we want the seed to be evil, let's hope that Eastern is the crystal. That's the only big key we're missing. That was quite a ride. The last chest. The last chest being what you need.
Do you believe in miracles?
First thing I do going out of Turtle Rock is check the map for Palace of Darkness.
Yep.
If it's crystal, go there. If it's a pendant, go Meyer.
Definitely agreed on that. So, Synack finding his Ice Palace Big Heat. We got Reg moving through T-Rock.
I was hoping at the last second that might be the Eastern Big Key. Oh, he's not checking the map. I don't quite agree. You want to make sure what's on Palace of Darkness first.
He might check it once he hits the portal down here. I think he realized it after he stepped through the portal.
I don't think he realized he has that map. Okay, it's just a pendant.
Are we gonna get a bird throw? Is he gonna flip the bird?
Pedestal is still in play. If Myers the last pendant. I think it's safe to go straight for the boss. If it's a pendant, you full clear, but if it's the crystal, that's way better than full clearing Meyer.
It's hard to say.
I mean, if you want to save as much time as possible, you want to make that play.
Yeah.
You might not realize, but you might be in go mode. So that's the kind of mindset you have here.
Yeah. You go for the boss. If you get a pendant, I feel like you go back in and start checking maybe a couple things. Do the quick checks.
Okay, and the reason why you do Meyer before Eastern Palace, we don't have the big key of Eastern,
Yep.
so we cannot finish it.
Yep, that big key for Eastern has eluded our runners so far. We have no idea where it is.
It might be in Ganon's tower.
I've seen Ganon's Tower and Keysanity have 4 big keys before, and none of them were the GT big key. So, that's possible.
So that has to be 2 pendants, Swamp and Skullwoods.
Yep. I believe it ended up being the GT big key ended up being in Ice Palace big chest in that particular run. So tstew picking up his Cane of Samaria. We got Synack going through Ice Palace.
Find the heart container and the crystal.
Ooh.
So yeah, we have go mode. It's confirmed.
Yep.
And he didn't lose any time for clearing Meyer. And no dip in any pendant dungeon was required.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Reg is about to be happy to find that ice rod. A little too late for him.
Yeah, Kyong just has played this scene beautifully up till this point.
And we are only 1 hour 23 minutes in, already going up to Ganon's tower. I don't think Ganon's tower takes that long to do. So
Not too long, yeah.
We might see a tournament record.
And all of this, even getting a sword really, really late. Like, first sword at Moldorm.
After finding 3 shields.
After getting your mirror shield, I think the first runner had it 19 minutes in.
Yeah, so I think the main difference here is that Greg did check Meyer when he didn't have the big key.
Yeah.
And Kyong opted to go desert straight away after finding the flute. I actually don't think Kyong did the Meyer shed check, did he?
I don't remember.
I want to believe he did.
So Synack taking Cold Stare down very shortly. 2 of the puffballs down.
Yeah, Reg is doing the correct play. Going to Myra. He's gonna be done soon.
Yep, he'll get his crystal and be on his way into GT.
Okay, so for Synack and tstew, it's the search for progression. tstew got the book, but he didn't grab the flute. Maybe he forgot that Bumbles was close by. The Bumbles tablet.
Yeah. Yeah, both tstew and Synack will need to get that at some point. Synack still needs to go get his book.
Well, I can't really disagree with the play he does right now. He has all access to T-Rock except for the Ice Rod, which is inside.
Yep. Yeah, this isn't a bad move.
But I fear with that Palace of Darkness, Big Key is gonna go there next.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, and as we saw, not a whole lot in there. So Kyong getting through the Lanmo 2 fight.
Oh, and look at Synack. He's gonna get his butter sword.
We'll probably be a little bit happy to see that.
But I think you want to see progression instead.
Yeah. So red mail, butter sword, and mirror shield for Synack.
Full geared. I don't think Kyong will check any chest up there. Is there anything that can help him? Maybe the powder, but that's it. He knows where all the swords are.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything. Just a lucky powder, and I don't think that's worth taking your time to check.
No.
Reg finally in go mode. Gets his last crystal. He's gotta be nervous, he doesn't see anyone done. Might think he's got it, but sadly for him, Kyong is already at Moldorm too.
Yep. Back to a hook shot across to the final chest in the game. Doesn't grab it, just moves on. Don't need anything. There's literally nothing in that chest worth of any value. And on to Ganon92.
Ganon2 and Keysanity, and we're only 1 hour 29 minutes in. Crazy seed.
Yeah, this was ridiculous. So I think that's 3 hits for Kyong, or he got, okay, 6.
Yeah, 3 round, I get 2.
Kyong just putting on a clinic in this seed. Ooh, Deadrock trolling a bit here.
Synack is checking the lunchbox. He's close to the area he needs to be in. He's gotta get that book, we know it's required. Oh, when did he get the map of Eastern? I did miss that.
Good question. Would that have been somewhere in Meyer then?
Synack does
No.
not have access to
Oh,
Meyer.
right, no. Why do I keep confusing Reg and Synack? Why do I keep doing that?
It did a check that others did not do. Maybe in Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, probably Pod. So we have Kyong in phase 3 of the Ganon fight. Getting his 4th hit shortly. Maybe. There it is. Ganon didn't want to. So 3 hits, and there is 4.
That was a really good fight.
Oh yeah.
And definitely a big PB. What a crazy seed. Nope, and then dip required. Finish in a time of 1 hour, 31 minutes and 41 seconds.
Just ridiculous for Keysanity. I mean, that's a pretty good time even in a standard or open. So, GG to Kyong, winner of the top race. Reg is working through Ganon's tower.
And I think Frank is a bit sad. He did get go mode before someone finished.
Yeah, nothing against Reg. He played really, really well.
Yeah, the only thing that put Reg behind is the Meyer check that was unnecessary.
Yep, the full clear of Meyer. Or most of the clear of Meyer, I should say.
And it made sense for him to check that. You had the pen, you had the medallion, you had access to it, and it was right next to desert, which is where it was exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, tstew is having difficulties for that last chest. He's gonna be mad. That's the ice rod. Yeah, he's mad.
Yeah, just pulse on it a couple of times, just in disbelief.
Synack, I think he's lost. He forgot that he did not check the grove ledge.
Yep, he needs to go there to get his book.
Oh, 4 hearts for Trinex.
Yeah, without
That
powder,
would be
it's... Great, we'll be joined shortly for an interview by Kyong. And here he is. GG.
Congratulations!
Thanks.
Man, what a crazy seed!
Jesus, that was absolutely insane. Everything just fell into place.
We realized pretty quickly that no open then dungeon dip was required at all.
Yeah.
And if you played it right, you didn't have to double dip any dungeon as well.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We thought this would be a Trolley seed after we saw all those sword and trolley locations.
Right, yeah, that when I saw the lumberjack Okay, I'm not. Just in case I'm not crossing this out of my mind because I've seen bad seeds, you know?
Yeah, all the sorts being at the Moldorm, Lumberjack, Spike Cave, and the Graveyard Ledge. That was a bit mean, I'd say. But then everything else was on your path, so nothing lost here.
Yeah, both that Ice Rod and Ice Palace Big Key as well. Was, yeah.
Oh, and Synack finally finds his book. Let's hope he checks the Bumble's tablet. That's what this two needs to do now. Okay, so Kyong, I have one question for you. If I told you before the race that you would get tournament PB, would you believe me?
I mean, for me, Keysanity, it's like, it's either in the 140s range or it's like slightly over 2 hours for me. So it has such a huge variance that I wouldn't really, because this also broke my PB, which was 135 by like almost 4 minutes. It was insane.
Still not bad. Also, the one big difference between your route and Reg is that Reg did Desert with the flute and went to Meyer next to full clear it without the big key.
Oh, I see.
So I think that was the main difference between your routes.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, you were neck to neck to each other.
Yeah, it was super close before that.
Oh, and tstew is going back in pod.
Yeah,
He's gonna lose some time here.
He was at Trinex in TR and ran out magic, so he had to save and quit out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
So one other thing I noticed is that Synack also skipped the flute on Bumble's tablet.
Ooh.
So both of them needs to do that.
And Reg finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour 38 minutes 18 seconds.
I just noticed the collection rate. That's crazy. 137. That's insanely low for Keysanity.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, basically Alf, Meyer, Alf, Pod, and Ganon's Tower.
And we are joined by Reg. GG. Sorry you lost that race.
I'm not even disappointed. I played incredibly well by my standards.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
you did.
better. I thought I had a chance once I pulled the ice rod, but nope. Oh well.
Yeah, that's still a good time. 1 hour 38 minutes. Is that a PB for you?
In Keysanity, I think so. I know 2 weeks ago I think it would have been a PB across all types.
Yeah, that seed was crazy. There was no pendant dungeon required. I mean pendant dungeon dip required and no double dip either.
Yeah. I think I only did 2 things that entire seed that I think that lost me time.
Well, we can say for sure that one of them cost you the race. It was the Meyer full check.
I think that and the Eastern Palace start are what killed me.
But you both did that. So nothing lost there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I full clear the Light World before going to Dark World.
Yeah, I did the same. I wouldn't have gone to the eastern area if I didn't actually just start it, though.
Oh, and tstew is going to Spike Cave. He's gonna get his third sword.
Synack finishing up Desert, getting his 5th crystal.
Yeah, he's gonna go Turtle Rock next. Yes, almost full access to it. He's definitely gonna be mad at the Ice Rod location. Oh yeah, I have to ask you, both of you, what were your thoughts on the Ice Rod location on Laser Bridge?
I was super scared that Ice Rod would be in pod. And because my choices there were like Turtle Rock, Mire, and Pod basically. And I decided to go for Turtle Rock since I would be able to get everything except Trinex. And
It was kind of a miracle that it was there right at the end.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was almost ready to like press select to save and quit it. There it is.
I thought I had a chance when I pulled it. I thought maybe there was a chance he went to Eastern, maybe he went to Swamp. I was really happy to see it.
I never got Swamp Smoky.
Yeah, it's in Mire.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
I think there
We
was also
actually-
was
we
there a
actually
Turtle Rock
thought
key
that-
in Mire too? Sorry.
Yeah, we actually thought that you would check Swamp.
No, I
Because you
hate
had that
Swamp
small
Palace.
key in hand.
I hate Swamp Palace more than anything in the game.
In your shoes, I would have gone into Swamp without a second thought.
I imagine probably 90% of people would have, but no, I can't stand anything about it. So I try to avoid it wherever possible.
By the way, we have a nice sync here. Both Synack and tstew are going in Turtle Rock almost at the same time. tstew is going back. He did full clear it, but died to try next.
Dying to Trinex hurts.
But yeah, he's still missing the flute on Bumble's tablet. That's basically his go mode.
That sequence was so convenient for me. I was with the purple chest, I got the book. Oh, okay, sure, let's check Bomba's tablet on the way. I'm going there anyway. Oh my god.
Yep.
We did notice an entire lack of fetch quest items. No mushroom, no powder, and no shovel.
Yep. Not even Cape if you really wanted the, 5 rupees on Bumper Cave?
I think it was a big 20.
It was trash, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Now this could have been a really trolly seed if all 3 of them are in Ganon's tower and the big key is blocked behind one of them.
Yep.
Thankfully the big key was really early on.
It was a Super Bunny Cave, I believe.
Yeah.
I was super glad about that because the one thing I fear the most is GT being in a non-obvious location. That's what really can break any matchup, really.
I was hoping for that because I kind of needed that if I was going to win.
Also, did you like that bait on Pyramid Ferry? Both dungeons being really the easiest dungeons to complete.
And then
We lost the bot,
It's back.
and we're back. Okay, the silvers arrow were in the back of Skullwoods.
Yep, silvers were the last chest in Skullwoods right before the boss.
It's surprising that Synack skipped that. He did beat the boss.
Yeah.
And tstew is lost. Maybe he'll remember about Bumble's tablet.
He's gonna check it. Now is the time.
Yeah, I think that's the last location he has access to right now. And that should be his go mode. He already has the map of Myers, so he knows that's the crystal he needs.
Can technically check the first chest in Swamp if you wanted to.
No, he's going for the tablet. So that's gonna be go mode for tstew. In the meantime, Synack is finishing the full clear of Turtle Rock.
We'll get his ice rod in a couple minutes. Last chest on Laser Bridge.
Yeah, tstew is activating straight away. Finds his floaties in go mode. He knows it. Well, I hope he does.
Might not. Doesn't know if Meyer is the crystal or not.
I did see a race where one player forgot he had the big key to the dungeon he needed to clear.
Been there, it's not a good feeling when you realize that, oh, I do have it. So, tstew activating his flute, got Synack going through Laser Bridge.
Yeah,
Getting back-
Synack finds the big key of pod.
Completely
That's gonna
useless,
make him
Biggie.
nervous. Then the map. Yeah, tstew has the map, he already knows that's the last crystal. Synack
Alright.
is mad. Finds the ice rod on Laser Bridge. Oh, up to take the safety exit.
It's not a bad idea to take it without powder here. I mean, with Gold Sword, Butter Sword, it only takes 3 hits per head, but just in case. So, tstew working through Meyer. See if he decides to check anything or if he'll just go straight to the boss.
I think it's safe to assume he's gonna go straight to the boss. Already knows that's the crystal. In the meantime, Synack is defeating Trinex. Like you just said, it's a really easy fight with Butter Sword.
Yep, 3 hits on each head.
And Spin Slash counts as 2. If you can get that.
There's Trinex down. Get his rupee and his 6th and a 6th crystal. Without having hit the crystal switch earlier to check stuff, don't need to hit the one in that last room for tstew, can just move to this room and hit it up here.
And now begins the search for the flute. He's already going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Still, he's way behind. tstew already at Vitreous. With silver arrows, this fight is basically free. Something that Synack still does not have.
Synack's going to pod.
I don't like this. Of course he's going to pod, he has the big key.
That's the big key and 4 total keys. Yeah.
I think he saved. He did the bomb jump, and so he has 1 to reach the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tstew has the last crystal, going straight to Ganon's tower now.
Yep. There are 22 chests or locations in Ganon's tower basement. None of them are being checked.
Yeah, if you guessed 0, you win. We're not checking anything in Ganon's tower. And you said 22, but if you count the big chest, that's 23.
True.
The chest that you basically only check in entrance randomizer. Okay, so the sword that tstew is missing is on Lumberjack. Basically the sword that everyone is missing, but Synack did get.
Yep, the swords were, one was at Moldorm, one was in Spike Cave,
And the last one on Graveyard Ledge.
Yep.
There were a lot of vanilla locations to see. Ice Palace, Big King, Ice Palace. There was also Smoke in there. There was a Palace of Darkness, Vanilla Key. And also Ice Rod in Turtle Rock. That's not vanilla, but that's still really troll.
Oh yeah. The last chest you would check in T-Rock too. Last chest on Laser Bridge.
It's troll and generous at the same time. It forces a full clear, but it doesn't force a double dip.
Yeah. No, if you played the seed right, it was fairly nice to you. But playing it right and playing it the way you probably should, two different things.
Okay, let's see how tstew deals with the gauntlet. Oh, there's the map of Ganon's tower.
I was wondering where that was. Forgot how to get there. So Synack mirroring out to Eastern, realizing he doesn't have the big key, so can't finish.
And now he's thinking, what else can I check? Give him your energy, Bumbo's tablet! Ooh, tstew was on one heart there. In the last room of the gauntlet.
Ooh.
Synack is going the right way. Or is he going swamp? I hope he's not. No, he's going Bumbo's tablet.
Okay.
That's gonna be his go mode.
Yep. tstew through Lanmo 2 fight. On to the first Wizrow room.
Yeah, so Synack is finally in go mode, 7 quitting straight away. I don't know if he got the Meyer map, but I know he has the Eastern map, so he knows that Meyer is the last crystal. Now he does have Butter Sword that makes fights easier for him, but he missed the Silver Arrows and Skullwoods, which is a big disadvantage for him.
Yeah, that makes the Vitreous fight just slightly more difficult. I mean, he still have bow, so it's not too bad.
Not just that, the Ganon fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and tstew is opting to check chests in Ganon's tower. I don't really know what he's looking for. Maybe hoping for a clutch powder at the end.
Yeah, that would be the only thing that I would have really wanted for this room right here, would be powder. On to Moldorm 2. And there's the 2 hits. It's down.
Oh! There's the last key to Palace of Darkness, so it was never in logic to finish Palace of Darkness. I want to give a big thanks to our trackers, Slim Kirby and Tim Lobo.
Yep.
They did an amazing job.
Yep. Thank you, guys. I know it was kind of hectic there for a little while, but did good. Thank you. Yo, and shoutouts to our runners, Reg, Kyong92, tstew14, Synack. Yo, they've put on a pretty good show for us tonight. If you like what you see, go give them a follow. And my co-commentator, Number Play. It's, last 2 hours have flown by.
And to you too, Pachu.
Chat saying that trackers are the real pedestal treasure. I agree.
Yeah, this tournament wouldn't be so big if it wasn't for the tracking. I think that's helped a lot to see what everyone has. If we only had the game feed, that would be an entire different thing.
Yep. So Synack working his way to Vitreous.
Oh, I hope
As
these two has a
tstew.
potion here, his low on health.
Not sure if he does.
Anyways, he's on phase 3, so he should be good.
Okay, he does have a blue potion, so he's alright. Synack taking swipes at the small eyes. Only one left. Dropped to 1 heart, but did have a blue potion, electing to use it. And arrows, 8 of them in this case.
Gets the fight done. Oh! He still
Oh!
took a fall. Now he would have to fall 10 more times for Synack to catch up. But that might tilt him for a while.
Is going to elect to catch the fairy here. Smart play.
We also have to make sure we don't run out of magic. I believe he used both of his blue potions, so he's out of whatever magic replenishment he can have.
Yeah, he's out of potions right now. He just needs to take a deep breath. He'll be okay.
That's the worst, falling on the 4th phase.
Chad also brings up a good point. If he decides to go check Pyramid Fairy and throw a bottle in, if he knows about it, he would get free blue potions from that.
Oh, that's a good point. That's actually a strategy I keep forgetting you can do.
Smooth dodging of the fire bats there at the end.
And did Synack forget how to do Bunny Cave?
Okay, 3 hits for tstew on phase 3, just 1 more. There's 4.
Yeah, use the lantern.
Yep. Save as much magic as you can, especially not getting torch glitch here. You need that magic.
Maybe he can get a double here.
Does.
Gets it.
So Synack opening up GT. And there's 4 hits for tstew.
And he's done. GG, tstew. Just as Synack enters Ganon's tower. So tstew finishes with a time of 2 hours, 6 minutes and 36 seconds.
So our 2 race winners tonight are Kyong92 and tstew14.
Right side wins.
Yep, both of the runners on the right side pull off victories tonight. Both of them will move to 2 and 1.
I'm wondering if it's a thing, if the first player on a side wins, the other player on that side also wins.
I'd be curious to see those stats actually. What percentage of, which side takes the win.
Okay, so Synack is gonna have an easier time in Gauntlet with the Butter Sword.
Yep.
He can one-shots everything.
And slightly better range than with Temper. Which makes these enemies just slightly easier.
Yeah, the only reason here that Reg lost is because he did a full clear of Meyer before getting the big key. Something that Kyong got before going in Meyer, and it was his go mode actually, so he never full cleared Meyer.
So,
Sadly, we won't have an interview for tstew. We don't know the reasons, but he said he cannot.
that's alright. GG to him anyway. Put on a good show here. So two of the three are down, and there's 3.
Getting low on health here. Gotta be careful.
I don't remember if it was Synack who did the bottle throw earlier. So if he did and he remembers.
I think it was Synack, yeah. Oh, nice magic refill there.
So if he remembers Pyramid Fairy gave him a blue potion, then he could grab a couple quite easily.
I don't think that works. Relighting a torch. Yeah.
Nope, you have to wait for it to go completely out.
He's waiting. Did he glitch the top torch?
He may have, because both of the left and right ones actually went out while he was on screen, so... yeah, he glitched it somehow.
By the way, I did see what's on the pedestal, just a bomb upgrade. Finally gets his way to Aldom 2. Maybe he's gonna check chests for the silver arrows. I did see a race where the silvers were in the last chest after Moldom 2.
I have seen Buttersword there as well. So 1 hit on Moldorm, and 2.
Okay, I hope he has a potion.
And
Gotta
there's
get that key to Palace of Darkness first.
that final key for Pod.
Oh my god, he's on half heart. I fear if he dies, he might forfeit this race. This is not the place you want to die. Oh, gets a nice triple there.
Gets the clutch triple. Right, there's 4 hits. 5. And
oh
6.
my god, he's lucky.
Oof.
Now that's impressive. Doing Yaga 2 without taking any damage, knowing that you die.
Knowing 1 hit sends you back to the bottom. That's...
Okay, he goes right in. That was purpose. That was on purpose.
yeah, I thought he just wanted to give Ganon a hug before the fight, you know, a nice, friendly, show a little bit of sportsmanship.
It did not let Ganon talk at all. Just a flesh one.
Alright, so we're in phase 2. Phase 3.
Yeah, with Buttersword this part is quick, but it's the second half that's gonna take a little while without the silver arrows.
Yep. And all the teleports.
Oh yeah, the RNG changed after the death. I wonder what his reaction is gonna be when he sees that they were in Skullwoods.
We'll see shortly if Ganon ever stops moving. There we go, 4 hits.
Gets the glitch. It's safe to assume you want it. This part is not something you want to do without the torch glitch.
Yeah, trying to maintain magic, worry about both torches going out, not something you want to do in between charging spins and...
I've seen racers fall on purpose after missing the torch glitch simply because of no silver arrows.
Yeah, if you don't have silvers, and you miss torch glitch after phase 3, just fall. Reset the fight,
Okay,
because it's gonna save you
let's
more
see if he
time.
remembers. Yeah, he does.
Alright, good.
He's going for the blue potions.
Smart.
Yeah, that's something that all 3 other racers missed. The 3 blue potions at the Pyramid Ferry.
If he really wanted to get his health back up, he could have bunked a tree and picked up the ferry there too. And that's a valid point, Kyong, that he may think it is in the Skullwood's big chest. The silvers. Right, good use of the hook shot, avoiding taking damage there.
It should be good on slashes now.
Yep.
It's overkill now.
He just really, really wants to make sure Ganon knows he doesn't like him. Let's hit 1, hit 2. There's number 3. And 4.
Confirming again that the silvers were in Skullwoods. Oh, and he did not get the glitch. Still going for it.
He knows he can get blue potions really easily, so might as well.
But yeah, it's really rough without the torch glitch to get to its end between each torch lighting.
Yep.
Just barely missed that one.
It's like you can get 1 hit between having to relight the torches if you're lucky too.
Oh, and he fell on purpose again.
Yeah. Probably going to grab another blue potion and then
Hopefully
make
get
sure
the
he-
glitch.
Yeah, make sure he gets torch glitch on the next time. Electing not to get the potion. I guess he's at near full health, so.
Now that would have been a different thing if you grabbed that silver arrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, with silvers and butter sword, this fight's not too bad. Has to be a little bit careful. It's at 3 hearts of health here. So, all things told, all in all, this really wasn't that bad of a seed. Just, you know, you didn't have to go in any pendant dungeons. Stuff was more or less handed to you. You could have gotten butter if you really wanted it. Just had to go take a detour to Aga 1. Okay,
Okay, he got the glitch this time.
Yep.
Gets to it there. He's got to be careful to avoid all the bats. Ooh, that was close.
Yep, playing fairly conservatively at the moment.
I can understand. That's also good practice.
Yep, just in case Silver Sarin, ooh, takes a hit. Just in case Silver Sarin, a weird location.
Well, we know he plays good under pressure.
Yep.
We saw that on Ganon too.
Just not having luck getting within range and avoiding the fire bats.
I think he's got it.
Yeah, a couple more.
Gotta be careful.
And there it is.
GG, Synack.
Yep. Official SRL time finish of 2 hours, 22 minutes, 27 seconds.
Got him.
And with that, all of our runners tonight have beaten Ganon, gotten the Triforce, saved the kingdom, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'd say the main difference between the top 2 runners and the bottom 2 is the book and the flute.
Yep.
I think that's what made the big difference in time.
Book, flute, diving into pod. But yeah, book and flute alone was massive.
And we have Synack joining us here. GG.
GG.
That was a crazy seed.
It it was, but at the same time, like a lot of the craziness was my fault.
Yeah, after seeing that Kyong and Reg finished in 1 hour 30-ish minutes, you'd think there was nothing really trolly about the seed.
Yeah, it's just that, like, I mean, you control yourself and you skip cave 45 and then don't go back to it for a while. And then get excited about progression and forget about the tablets.
Yeah, that's what made the big difference between your race and their race. They both checked that cave and the tablet at the same time. So that gave them a lot more access to everything.
Yeah, I am kind of happy though with my my blind fight.
Oh,
It's the first time I've done it with a hammer.
I'd say what was impressive was the Agatu fight. You were sitting on half a heart the
Yeah.
entire fight.
I swear, like, if this room was silent, you could probably hear my heartbeat, like, from across the room. It was really going there for a second. I was like, you could probably see me. I was checking my bottles. I was like, I'm out of bottle. I don't have any safeties anymore. I don't have powder. I guess just do it. And then using Cane of Burna because I was because I was gonna get knocked into the spikes.
So, what were your thoughts on finding that ice rod in Turtle Rock?
Like, I got bailed out. Like, so here's the thing: is that I felt like because I wasn't aware of where flute was yet, I was like, I thought the flute had to be in Turtle Rock. So like, I was going into Turtle Rock looking for the flute. But then when I saw the ice rod, I was like, I got bailed, and Yeah. So then I was like, I go clean it up. Might as well. I knew it was a crystal, but
Yeah, after watching this race, we now know that there was no double dip required and no pendant dungeon dip required as well.
yeah, I kind of figured that out pretty quick, especially when I saw that sixth. When I saw that when the pod key was sitting in the valid or the chest after Moldworm 2, I should say. My throat's getting parched here. Then I realized I made a mistake probably going into pod.
Okay, so here's something that would have helped you if you did that check earlier. In Skullwoods, you skipped one chest before the boss.
Oh.
Yes.
I was gonna go back and...
Yes, that was the silver arrows.
See, when Ganon said that, I thought maybe it was in the big chest or something. So, whatever. Silverless Ganon isn't that bad, right?
So, that's interesting. You were the only one that did Aganim for the Butter Sword, and you skipped the silver arrows in Skullwoods.
So about that. So like when I only had Master Sword at the time, and I didn't realize I had access to silvers. I thought maybe they'd be buried like somewhere in GT. And at the time I only had the Master Sword, so I'm like, I can't do Master Sword silverless. That's just not my book of tricks yet. So I went for the sword. I know it's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, it's not a fun time to do that, trust me.
Yeah. So I just opted instead to grab that sword, and then I realized it was pointless because then I found the butter sword later. Did not pay.
Yeah, all the swords were quite trolly in this scene. Moldorm, Lumberjack, Graveyard Ledge, and Spike Cave.
But to be fair, if I would have found the flute earlier, I probably wouldn't have checked Spike Cave because I think that was I forgot actually when I checked Spike Cave. To be honest, it's all blurred to me now. But yeah.
I think Kyong is the only one that did the early Spike Cave check. That was his Master Sword. For everyone else, it was Tempered and Butter Sword for your case.
Yeah. I don't know. Mistakes were made. But it's kind of like, especially like I killed Mothula, right? And then I was putting that in my list of things to check before leaving that chest, and then I just didn't. And then I forgot about it because I thought I'd already checked it. But I was like blending together a previous run that I did for practice earlier today, which can be kind of dangerous because then you kind of think you're thinking about what you did before, and you're not wiped. That slate's not wiped mentally.
So, with this concludes this race. Congratulations to Kyong and tstew for winning their races. And thank you to everyone runner and also our trackers Slim Kirby and Tim Lobo. They did an amazing job. And thank you to you, Pachu, for the great commentary.
Thank you, Numberplay. Like I said a little while ago, it's been fun.
And also thank to the viewers. This wouldn't be a great tournament without you.
Yep, and shoutouts to the Speed Gaming Network, Fiesel, all the tournament admins putting this on. Without them, things would be a lot harder to deal with around here, so thanks to everybody.
And see you everyone for next race.
Yep, we got, looks like, a race going on over on ALTTP Randomizer 3. And tomorrow morning, at 10:30 a.m. Eastern is our first race of the day. So tune in then. It'll be somewhere. We don't know yet. But long day of Rando tomorrow. I've been Pachu, alongside Number Play. Have a good night.